The views and opinions expressed on this program are solely those of the host and guest and do not reflect the opinions or policies of the station, its owners, or its advertisers. All content should be considered editorial in nature. Listener discretion is advised. Well, everyone, good evening. Welcome to the Carolina Cabinet. I'm Peter Pappas. I'll be your host this evening. I keep wanting to say this morning, Lynn.
That's because you've been doing it for so long.
I really have. So thank you for being here this evening. We're proud to be the only conservative talk radio show in this region, and we know this is the smartest hour or three of radio. Our job is to give a voice to the conservatives of Fayetteville, Cumberland County, and beyond. This evening, I welcome my sole co-host, Mrs. Laura Mussler.
Hello, hello.
Keeping baby in the corner.
That's exactly it. I'm where I belong, right here in the corner. I'm good with it.
And special guest, Mayor Jessie Bellflowers, Hope Mills. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. As we dive into our show, I appreciate you tuning in and spending time with us this evening. Please take a moment to like, share, or follow us on Facebook, where you're seeing us now live. Or you can find us at thecarolinacabinet.com. You can find links to our shows and how to listen on your favorite podcast broadcaster. Don't go far. We'll be right back.
Don't get caught with your pants on fire by repeating what you've heard on other stations. You are listening to Eastern North Carolina's truth-telling morning show, the Carolina Cabinet.
Well, coming to you in the evening this time. So welcome, everybody. Short break. We're missing Pastor Josh for his good news. So hopefully we'll see him next week. There is no good news today. No, there is no good news when the pastor's not in. So, Laura, what you been up to last week or so?
Not a whole lot. Just trying to get the Laura on the Loose, a little more footage for that.
Let's see if our intrepid producer, Jim, has prepared Laura on the Loose. Is it still going? Okay, we'll come back to it. Let's talk about what I was up to last week.
Yeah, let's talk about you.
Okay, so we had an election in Fayetteville.
We did?
Municipal election. We had, 59 precincts open?
We sure
did. Well, that's where you got your Laura on the Loose material. Right. Good Lord. Mm-hmm. Some people, it's just, bless your heart. Welcome to the South. Wednesday.
Can I say something about that? Because I got a call about my Laura on the Loose.
You did?
I sure did. Because I was going to the
Causing
polls
trouble.
And asking people questions about the Constitution. I was asking anybody that came up. White people, black people, women, men.
People of all colors and varieties.
Right. Okay. I got a call and said, Laura, somebody said that you're doing some racist podcasting.
Oh, hold on. The telephone game. Somebody somewhere's cousin Uncle Eddie said.
What is this that you're doing with this podcast? And I said, the whole idea is, my idea was, number one, to draw people to the Carolina Cabinet because they'll see themselves on it. And number two, to show people that maybe I need to take a step back and start learning about the Constitution or the rights that I have or whatever subject it is for the week. That was my whole premise for this. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, they're saying that you're trying to make black people look dumb. I said, well, that's weird because we've already shown our first one. Mm-hmm. And the person that got the wrong answers were not black.
Yeah.
And I said, and our community is 65% minority. I mean.
Well, and I couldn't even stay serious. You asked me the three branches of government, right. And I said the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria.
That's funny because I was going to do, I was going to do America questions this week, about
also the public has the option to say, no, thank you.
Right. And I did I asked somebody and somebody said, no, I don't want to be on there.
And in your defense, I have seen your questions and they are challenging only because it's probably been since fifth grade that most of us probably had to answer. I think the one about the First Amendment, it's more than freedom of speech.
That's correct.
Freedom of assembly and press and petitioning, and I'm going to run out. Religion. There you go. Yeah, you got the guy. God bless you.
God bless you.
I was like, he's not sneezing. What the hell does she keep saying? God bless you. God bless you.
Because he got four.
She
and
was
then
trying to drop a little hint. Okay. So do we have Laura? All right, so Laura on the Loose is ready to roll. We're going to actually play the recent episode of Laura on the Loose.
Hey there, so this is Laura on the Loose, and I'm out here at the polling station. I have a couple questions for you. Okay. Who is next in succession for the presidency if the president dies and the vice president dies? Who's next?
Speaker of the House.
Okay, very good, very good. How many Supreme Justices are there?
I don't know.
Okay, and there's 10. The first 10 amendments in the Constitution are referred to as the
Bill of Rights.
correct. Thank you so very much. That's it. Easy. And I'm just wondering, how many city council members are there?
It's 7.
Okay, great. And do you know who the next person in the line of succession for the presidency is? If something happens to him and the vice president, who gets the presidency after that?
What's his name? The vice president. What's
Okay.
his name?
And then after the vice president?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Let's see. How long is the term for a city council member here in Fayetteville?
The council member terms are 2 years.
Okay. You don't want to be wait, Mitch. Here we go. We'll ask you a question. Here we are at the polls with the city council. We're our current member, our current mayor. That's exactly right. How many city council members are there?
What, total?
Yes.
9 council members, 1 mayor.
Very good. Very good. Okay. May I ask you a constitutional question? How many Supreme Court justices are there?
9.
Perfect. Thank you so very much. I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
And there you have it, a very biased man on the street interview. I mean, my goodness, you were so violent.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
me.
So,
It's more fun.
Yeah.
It's fun and because, like I said, I answered these questions myself
and
first to see
let's
how
think
well
about
I did.
the population as a whole. If you're out there working on election day, I feel like you would have a little bit better understanding of how the process works, or you're just a hired hand. And God bless the older lady that, she said 7 seats. Well, there's 10 seats. And I think she was out there for a candidate. So that kind of makes me a little tingly, like, oh, come on, we can do better, but I don't know where we failed the population. So
it could be that it's just been a long time since they've been in school or they really don't know.
True.
Either way,
Yeah.
maybe it'll make them
that's
think
why,
and say, you know what, I need to find out.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, well, they're not difficult. It's just that it's been so long since we actually broke it out and had it all like in front of us. But so we had the election where you and I rode around and we did the Laura on the Loose. And Wednesday, I attended the domestic violence vigil down at the courthouse, and very somber, chilling. I was confused as to how things were going. They had this big long line of people. They were calling names and people would go up. And then every so many names, a bell would ring. And I'm like, what's special about that one? And then I was told, well, that's because that's the person that didn't make it, that there was a death. But it wasn't all from 1 year. But I was told there were right under 1,200 incidents of domestic violence in the Cumberland County last year. And I think we did have a few deaths last year. So that was very, very well attended. I'll tell you that. There was a lot of city council, a lot of most of the county commissioners, all kinds of nonprofits. Phoenix Center was there, and some other
That
people,
was on my agenda to do, and I went home because I had a headache, and I said, I'm just going to lay down for 15 minutes. Yeah, that didn't work out.
There are only so many hours in the day, so let's see what else. Oh, I went to the Hope Mills candidate forum on Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was put on by
the going on in Hope Mills.
Democrat Party of Cumberland County, I think, held that. Myron Pitts was the moderator.
Oh, nice.
And who was and Jessie, you can speak. So, so who was the other guy that was moderating? Do you know? The guy next to him?
The guy next to him, he was the timer.
Just the timer?
I think Taylor.
Was he with the party maybe?
I don't know.
Don't know.
He was just a timer.
Well, I will say, and I shared a picture with a journalist, there's a lot of keyboard, and you've heard, if you've watched the show, there's a phrase I use a lot, keyboard warriors.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I was disappointed to see how few people showed up. I think if it wasn't for y'all having your wives there or your spouses,
I know.
Then did I count 30 people, 25 people there?
Counting the candidates, you did.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 years ago, that room was full.
Really?
Full. Every chair was full. People standing on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're all tired from the time that they attended the last city council. I mean,
the last town commission meeting, maybe,
because that was standing room only.
As much comments that's going on social media, I expected a lot of folks to be there.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's kind of where I'm putting that on the same scale.
Yeah.
Like, look, there's a lot of backlash. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of questions that people feel are unanswered. And I would feel like that maybe the forum isn't the right way to address my elected, but you're there. Maybe I can talk to you for 3 minutes after. I mean,
a bunch of us were there before it started.
Yeah.
We were there after.
Okay.
I would have taken questions both ways.
Okay. So, Laura, I'm going to just jump into, we're going to introduce our guests and just get to it.
Sure.
That's what I think. So Jessie Bellflowers is the mayor and face of Hope Mills, but we're going to find out where you stand when the board goes sideways.
Well, they had a 5-hour meeting, a censured commissioner, and a mayor in the middle, Jackie Bellflowers.
Jessie, I misspelled
Jessie,
it. My bad.
yeah.
See, he's Jackie.
See, I'm supposed to be reading this, and it's Jessie Bellflower joins us now.
So
can we edit that out? No, we're live. That's
we're
right.
Live. That's it. So you're Jackie right now. Sorry,
Okay.
Sorry, Jackie. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I was up till like 3:00 last night with this stuff. So yeah.
I can attest. He emailed it to me in the middle,
Yes,
and I should have double checked it before coming live.
Okay. So look, I don't know what we can discuss, but we're going to just get the elephant out of the room. We had a very contentious commission meeting on Monday.
We did.
I know there's a private investigator hired at this point.
There is.
Okay. And tell me the order of operations. Did we misstep? Did we go to censure before we investigated? What happened?
As much as I can talk about it, a individual citizen that heard the conversation directly firsthand and engaged in the conversation firsthand.
Okay.
Along with witnesses, came forward and made the official complaint about what was said at the Waffle House. So that's what spearheaded the investigation. And, investigations do one or two things. They either substantiate what the investigation is about, or they exonerate.
So what you're saying is innocent until proven guilty. Is that correct?
So when the citizen came up and made those official reports about what the conversation had, and this happened on 9/11.
So a month ago.
Yeah, this actually happened that morning. It was right after the 9/11 event. Yeah, that Commissioner Craver was there along with an individual that was with her at the Waffle House. So we had a breakfast there in the fire department, which was completely donated by a local business. And you got to love these local businesses when they contribute food, especially to first responders. But they chose not to partake in that event and went to Waffle House, which is, their right to do. So while they were there at the Waffle House, this is where these comments were said. Allegedly said.
Right.
And she was there with someone else, and this individual citizen and witnesses overheard the entire thing and felt like they really wanted to report this, and they did.
Okay.
So that's what led to the censure. The investigation is still ongoing. That should be completed. And once it is, that'll be fully revealed. As much as we can say, there's another part of the investigation that deals with employee grievances.
Okay.
So that's a personnel piece of it.
Is that from the board to the employees that they're making complaints about the board's treatment of them, or is that from the public's treatment of them?
No, it's internal.
Internal. Okay.
It's an internal piece.
Okay.
So that's part of the investigation too.
Right.
And we take those very, very seriously, especially when you have a number of grievances.
Okay.
I mean, one grievance is too many, but when you have a number of them, and they're pretty much tracking in the same manner with the same type of narrative.
Sitting on the board, I would hope you know more than I do. Sounds like you do. But this is what I want to pull back. It's 2025. Yeah. Everybody's got a phone, video, audio.
Yeah.
Why hasn't this surfaced on the Facebooks so far? Does it? I mean,
I know because I realize
at the polling place we had the advocate go that went viral, like 50,000 views.
Right.
I mean, and what she's alleged of saying is pretty incendiary.
Yes.
In 2025.
Is there some kind of procedure for allegations of wrongdoing on the Board of Commissioners?
It's up to the board of how they want to address the behavior of the board, which has to be done in public.
Okay,
Right.
but should it not have been added according to Rule 13A 3-5? Should it not have been added to the agenda package? Because it seems like, okay, that usually the Hope Mills commissioner meetings has what, 15, 20 people there. It was packed, standing room only. So everybody knew this, or somehow, some way, a lot of people knew, but the person that was being accused had zero idea. So should it not have been on the agenda according to that rule?
Let me back up just a little bit. After this happened, this surfaced on a number of social media sites.
So in 9/11,
that's how I learned about it myself.
Okay.
It surfaced on, I think, What's Happening, Fayetteville. I think it surfaced there. What's is Fay News. There was different clips that it surfaced on.
Right.
I don't think the entire narrative was there.
So there were audio or video of this incident?
There's video.
Okay.
There's no audio, as far as I know. But this, of course, under investigation. But the way I understand this is that there is video. But the audio, I don't think they have the audio.
Okay. So do you feel like that
it should have been on the agenda? Can we answer that question? Should it,
I'll
according
come
to
back
Rule
to that
13
one. I'll come back to that one.
A 3-5.
Go ahead.
The board can, at the beginning of the meeting on any agenda, they can add or delete to the agenda. That's up to the board members to do.
Okay.
As long as they get a motion to add and a second, which takes it to discussion, then the board will vote on it up and down. And that's exactly what we did Monday night. There were a number of additions to the agenda. This wasn't just a whole package. I entertained a motion on every one of them that was added. And all of them were added. In fact, I think we had a deletion. We had a closed session.
What else was added that night? You remember?
Former Commissioner Gurley Mitchell was added because he wanted to speak about the Veterans Affairs Committee. That was added. We took off the closed session that night. I don't think we didn't need it because we had the contract was on. The contract hiring the investigator was actually on the agenda. And if we could have gotten the full contract, I would have had all of that. But we read that into the record.
Okay.
So this has been out circulating in the community for several weeks before we got here. So there was a lot of folks that either heard it or know about it firsthand from the individuals that were there. So that may have been part of the reason why people came. I mean, I was a little surprised too when I saw the amount of people that were there. But we also had a lot of promotions and swearing ins of some police officers, and their families were all there too.
Right. Okay.
So there's
Okay.
there's a lot of different things that happen.
Look,
I'm just asking because these are things that have been discussed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to.
And the business of the town of Hope Mills is rather dry most of the time, I would say. Who's going to get a sidewalk or a street or something? So when you see a packed house, that's got to put you on notice that there's something afoot.
Well, that tells me somebody knows something maybe more than I do.
Okay.
I mean, when you see a packed house like that, and it was, but that's a good thing because you want people to come. I mean, we had a packed house on October 20th for that meeting. We not so much on Saturday.
Sure.
During the forum. I mean, I was looking for a packed house there too.
So do you think that the procedure was followed of, guilty innocent until proven guilty?
Yes, I think the elected officials actually take that in their swearing in to swear an oath to the Constitution. So when leaders skip facts and go straight to judgment, I don't feel like that they're seeking truth. I feel like that they're seeking headlines.
And I think that's where a lot of the hubbub is about. It's like that. And again, I've said that Hope Mills politics is not House of Cards.
Yeah.
But you hear the term October surprise. Okay. So was this an October surprise and pushed through with the commission, or was it sincerely investigated to where we had the evidence to censure another commission? Because look, if it happened to her, it can happen to you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, let's be
that's
honest
what
here.
I'm saying. They didn't. There was no evidence presented. I was not there, so all the information I'm getting is secondhand. So if I'm incorrect, please do correct me. But I was told that there was no information presented. There was just a vote to censure. And if we haven't gotten the information, should we not? Is it stated innocent until proven guilty. Now I know censure is just
A
verbal,
slap on the wrist.
but in election
is.
season, during election season, there are some real consequences with something like that.
It could be fatal to a campaign.
It can be, but when the citizen and the witnesses came forward now, prior to all of this, prior to the censure, came forward and made these allegations. And I mean,
But why not? Okay, and so this is the devil's advocate. So when that complaint is made, if the town personnel are not qualified to investigate you as a commissioner, as a mayor, they move for an investigator should have been done in last meeting, would it not? If it was already in motion. I mean, how long does a complaint actually take to percolate from the town manager to the board to where he says, look, we need to handle this on a third party? Is that average that it takes 5 weeks? Or, I mean,
there's one thing that happened. I can only talk a little bit about it. Prior to this was a closed session.
Okay.
When the official,
prior to the Monday meeting,
yes,
closed session.
Closed session is when the personnel actions were discussed along with the grievances with this incident.
When, like previous week?
Yes, previous week.
Okay. So was that attached to a public meeting, or did you all just get together and have a closed session?
Nope. It was part of a public meeting.
Okay. So you went to closed session public meeting.
We went into closed session.
Was it the week before or 2 weeks? What was the time frame?
I can't remember. It's one of the meetings that we went in, and that's where.
How often do you have meetings? Every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
Okay. So, all right.
So it was discussed.
Okay.
And I can't go into.
Okay. Because look, the appearance
it's personnel
is that
too.
Y'all went in Monday and said, hey, let's hire an investigator. Oh, and by the way, guilty.
Right.
When you came out. That's the appearance. I'm trying to suss that out. Like, why?
Yeah.
And,
hiring the investigator was done prior to that in closed session.
Okay. So
and she was there, and Commissioner Craver was there during closed session.
Okay. So this is not a surprise completely to Commissioner Craver.
No, it's not a surprise completely to her, because she had all the letters to the same letters that the whole board got. I made
same
sure
evidence
of it.
Packet.
I made sure of it because I emailed them to her myself.
Okay. All right.
There had been an issue, I think, with her town email. I looked at when I first saw the emails that came through. I said, "Wait a minute, I don't think she's getting them because I see a town email on here." So I even called her and asked her. I said, "Are you getting the emails? I want to make sure that you get these documents." And I sent them to her, so she knew.
Okay. Well, and that, I think the public would benefit from knowing that this wasn't just it just looks like a lynching in public.
That's not what happened.
And I hate to use that word. That's probably the worst word to use. Yeah. But
that's not what happened.
Yeah. All right. So there was some knowledge ahead of time. There was a meeting before that she participated in. So the appearance from what we saw Monday was not exactly the full story.
Yeah. Well, and see, this is what tears me, is that you can only speak about so much. I mean, I wish I could stand here and just say bang, 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 because the letters were very detailed, very, very detailed. But, what do you want to do here? You just want to just say, no, all these letters are false, incorrect. So
they have to be addressed.
They have to be addressed.
They can be addressed, but
they have to be.
At 150%, they have to be addressed. However, censuring somebody without hearing did you hear her side? Did she address?
She didn't present any side at all.
Okay.
She didn't present any side during that piece. So
is there a possibility that she will have the opportunity, and maybe we can withdraw the censure if it's found out that no, this didn't really happen? I mean, what is that? What does Commissioner jail look like? I mean,
well, I'm just saying from I've been attacked online with straight up lies.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm sure you have, and I know Peter has too.
Yes.
So, and people gang up. Sometimes people gang up, which is kind of a bummer, but they do that.
But like I said, investigations exonerate or substantiate. That's what they do. And because this one involves town employees, a number of them. So that is linked to this. So that's the one part I cannot talk about.
So when this investigation is completed, will, of course, I would redact the names of the people that
Oh, yeah.
actually filed the complaint, but will we see exactly what was
Yeah.
in the letters?
Mhm.
So, and when do we expect the, at $450 an hour, this investigation to be completed?
I'm in the wrong business. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I really am. When I was first heard that 450 plus mileage now,
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
plus mileage.
We got to pay him to drive here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
from
he's
Charlotte, right?
No, he's coming from, I think he's coming from Southern Pines, Pinehurst.
Okay.
I think that's where, because he didn't stay overnight.
Well, Cumberland County does love their consultants. So,
Yeah.
you know,
was like, what? I mean, even my wife said the same thing, and she's
Right.
a retired HR professional.
hey, for
Hey,
$350 an hour, I'll investigate.
She,
just so you know.
she said she'd do it less than that. And have it all wrapped up in one day with a
Right.
bow on it.
Mhm.
I mean, because that's what she
So
did.
what do we think it's going to cost the town? I mean, it's $450 an hour, and that is a lot. But I mean, is
Probably
this going to
about
be
10.
a $10,000?
Probably about
expenditure? Okay.
And what could Hope Mills do with that money?
Oh, yeah. I know what I could do with that money.
Well, so let's.
I know exactly what we could do with that money.
Okay.
So we're going to pivot away from that. That horse has been beaten. We have four
There's
other.
no more
we-
answers. Yeah,
so-
there's no
so
more
I-
answers that we
I
can
have
get without.
probably, out of all the media reports, I have probably told you guys just about the complete story
Mhm.
that I can say.
Well, I do
And I
need to-
wish the other guys would print that too. It's like,
Well, and I will comment on that. I have heard from the other guys. Why didn't anybody just get back with him? Because in the City View article, it was like nobody responded.
that was Bill. And
Okay.
Bill sent that in, I think either Friday, and before, and here's the answer to that. And I will tell him, I'll tell you, Peter, is that I consulted our attorney to make sure what could we say.
Okay.
And it was way late before our attorneys could get back to us and
Okay.
tell us exactly what we could say.
All right.
But we had to reach out
I
to
figured
attorney.
you all had to. I hate to say get your story straight, but you had to find out what you can and can't say because there is attorney-client privilege
Yeah.
with this. So I understand that, but it's just, especially in election season, it just looks bad when you see elected official didn't respond. It's like, come on, man, the phone works, But I understand.
If I had gotten back what I just imparted to you,
Mhm.
I would have given that to Bill Kirby.
Okay.
But we didn't get it back, from the attorney. And I wanted to make sure we were on sound footing.
Mhm.
And it's not like getting our story straight. It's how much can,
Well,
that's not,
yeah.
it's not
I
that.
didn't mean to imply it like that. It was
It's
more
how much
what
can
you discuss.
I
Right.
discuss?
But in the end,
discuss
there
with
will
them?
be transparency. That's
Well,
what
yeah.
a lot of people in the chat, because our chat
Well,
is on fire.
That's
they
definitely
want.
the big thing. Transparency. And I'm like, okay, well, everybody, first of all, welcome everybody in the chat, but, thanks. But, we needed you to show up Saturday to the forum.
I wish so.
We need you to look.
Well, I don't know that the forum is the right area to have this conversation
No, but
either. And we're getting the answers now. He's going, when the investigation comes back,
Right.
it's going, of course, names will be redacted, but other than that, all the information will be
Well,
presented.
we Americans, we want instant gratification. I want to know right now.
Yeah, well,
I don't
that's
wanna
not
wait.
the way the world works.
But-
I want McDonald's.
And Peter, you're right. In fact, I've been on the phone today to our attorney, asking this very question: Is it finished? When are we going to have a report? Can we present it this week? I will call a special meeting. I don't
so
want
you
this
are
to
putting
wait.
effort into
Now-
releasing as much as you can.
I want to move forward on this just as quick as that report is done. If I can hold a special meeting this week, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, now
Okay.
let me ask one more little question, and then we can move on to all of the other stuff. In this investigation,
Yeah.
not only just about her and her comments, is he also investigating these personnel
Yes.
issues? Or okay,
Yes,
so that will be part of this report.
it is a package.
Okay.
See, and that's where how that's connected. So one isn't independent of the other.
Okay,
They're both connected. So one part we're not going to be able to address because it directly deals with personnel.
okay,
That's the one part, but the rest of it will all come out.
okay.
Mhm.
And I want it to come out. And if Bill had come Saturday, I would have told Bill the very same thing I'm standing here telling you guys tonight.
And look, that's just a general observation for me, having run and been around. It's just like that's the one thing that I really, I have to wonder. I have to cringe a little bit when I see the elected can't respond. It's like, well, there has to be another reason. So I was kind of giving y'all some
But
space.
Peter, people that know me know I respond.
Okay.
If you asked any reporter, they will tell you I'm very quick on responding. It's just I couldn't until I heard back from the attorney. This is one I had to just stop.
Well, as an elected or having run, I looked at always interfacing with the press as an opportunity to maybe just calm it down a little bit, you know, or tell your side, or, you know, at least advocate from a different point of view. So I do want to just tell everybody that's watching and everybody in the chat, this was not orchestrated to have Mayor Bellflowers here tonight just because of what happened. He's been planned to be here for several weeks. So
it just worked out perfect for our
worked out perfect.
I'm just glad I can talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And we, believe me, we are very happy that
I'm
you can
glad I
too.
can.
Right.
So
So
all right.
let me ask you now. We're going to pivot.
Okay.
So you're asking voters for another term. This is a two-part question.
Yep.
What have you accomplished in your current term that you're proud of, and what 2 measurable wins will you deliver in the first 12 months of your next administration, if so elected?
Let's go with the measurables on the next one, because those are the drivers. Right now, we've got the comprehensive strategic plan that's about to be presented October 20th. The town doesn't have one. The town hasn't had one in years.
Strategic plan of development,
A strategic plan of vision going forward for the town. We had one. We started one back in 17, 18. Some members moved in and off the board. Then COVID came in. That plan hit the shelf. Then there was another draft. But we do not have any comprehensive strategic plan to define the vision, and mission, and where we're going forward and what the goals are for Hope Mills.
that sounds very 50,000 foot level type of stuff. That sounds really.
It is.
But what are some elements of a strategic plan? What would it help guide Hope Mills with?
We're going to have a set of goals and a set of initiatives of how we're going to implement those goals. And this is really good not only for the external part of the town, because of the development that's coming in. It's also for the internal part of the town, so the departments know how to budget their funds for the coming year of what direction that we're going in.
Economic development drivers? Yes. Are we talking about the quality of life, sidewalks, live, work, play type of stuff? Like what are some things that will guide the planning on the strategic plan?
If I had to look at this through a Venn diagram, it's probably about the best way for me to describe it. I would look at, there's six specific goals in this Venn diagram. And they all connect to the center. And in the center is one called quality of life.
Okay.
And economic development is of course, that's one of them. And we've got that going on now too, is economic development. The second part of this plan is that the Hope Mills land use plan is about to kick off, and that will be going into next year as well. The first community engagement is October 28th. We're working on the surveys to put that out. And that is an important document. Both of these are going to be drivers for the next 5, 10, 15 years of growth that's going to be in Hope Mills. So those are the two in the first 12 months, because they're both going to be in play. And
have you already initiated these things?
The strategic plan will be presented October 20th.
Okay.
The Hope Mills land use plan starts October 28th with public input.
Okay.
And we're going to have a number of these sessions.
So let me ask you this. So Cumberland County spends a lot of money on land use plans as well. Why can't you just use theirs?
We're not the county. Come on, Peter.
Well, you're in the county. I mean, you're still part of it. Why can't you? Do they not do any work in the town limits as far as projecting like this should be this, that, or the other?
Hope Mills is the second largest growing municipality in Cumberland County. I mean, we're over 18,000 now, and that's just where we are today. That doesn't count the amount of resident growth that's going to be here in the next 5 years, especially with the booming.
What do you think that growth looks like? Do you think we're going to get to 25,000 people in 5 years? Or, I mean, is it that pronounced? So that's,
I do.
7,000. That's what, like 30%?
I don't know if we'll get to 25, maybe.
But you're thinking 20s.
Oh, we'll be in the 20s.
Okay.
We'll be in the 20s. Yeah. Because I mean, the amount of housing projects that are already in play now, and the ones that are looking to come to Hope Mills. And then you've got the commercial piece that's coming. just like that 110-acre spot out there next to Jack Britt.
Right.
That's getting ready to be they're clearing it now.
The Publix and
the Publix is a little bit down the road there.
Okay.
Of course,
right.
Publix is not, people think it's in Hope Mills, but it's actually in the city.
Right. It's right over the line.
It's just a foot over the line.
So, all right. So the reason I'm trying to suss this out, because we've discussed many times here, you talk about strategic plan and land use, and people watching generally don't know what the hell we're talking about, because we're all in this sphere of politico stuff. So the strategic plan is basically, it all centers around quality of life, and it kind of guides the town. Stop me if I'm mistaken, but it guides the town to develop along these kind of silos. This is what we planned, and this is what we wanted. Now, you, I believe, advocated for 4-year terms.
I did. Okay.
So because and that's why I asked, are these things in progress? Because if a new board takes office whenever they get sworn in, December, what's to stop them from just throwing it out?
What is? I mean, when a new board comes in, that's the new board.
It's their discretion.
It's at their discretion. Okay. It's their priorities.
What made you decide to vote for 4-year terms because in 2018, Hope Mills voted against it. So what made, I've been for staggered terms. Yeah. I am 100% for it for the exact reason that I convinced Peter for it. So
we were a different community in 17, 18 compared to where we are now. And I mean that. And I've talked to a number of people that support stagger. Here's what they tell me. And I was going to say this Saturday at the forum, but I just didn't, I wanted to give other people an opportunity. Here's what people tell me about it. We get it. We see the continuity piece. We see the institutional knowledge piece. We see keeping a cohesive board together. Yes, there is a downside. You could get one or two, or maybe all of them that are non-performers, and you're stuck with all of them. But you're stuck with them in 2-year too. You can be stuck with a non-performing board member for 2 years. It just 4 years would be just a little bit longer. But here's what people tell me, Peter, and this is what I really like. Folks say, as long as I get to vote on who serves in those seats, I'm okay.
Okay, fair enough.
And you know what? That touches me, because I firmly believe in we the people. If you go to my mayor's Facebook page, that's what you'll find. But when people tell me that, it's like I'm good too, because that is the right of the voters. You get to select in the November general election. You get to vote on who serves in those 4-year seats.
So, and I know it is. So I spoke out against 4-year terms at City Council, Fayetteville City Council, about 18 months ago now, I think. Yep. I had been through an election with them, and it concerned me. My concern was them just voting on doing it, although by I think state statute, you have as a board the authority to just flip a switch and do it.
You can do it.
Because when it went to the vote in Fayetteville, it failed pretty bad, I think.
Yeah.
It was like 70% voted against it. And my opinion was, well, you're taking it out of the hands of the people. Yeah. But sometimes I feel like we need to elect people and let them be in the seats and make the decisions.
I mean, look at Spring Lake. Last year, they went straight 4-year terms complete.
I didn't hear about it. Nobody talked about it.
No. Did you hear one word about it?
There's nobody out there. That's why.
Well, there are people out there. Let's say that.
This general election, whoever is elected, the complete board will serve 4 years.
Right.
Mayor and board.
Yeah.
But I will say that Hope Mills is a lot more engaged politically than Spring Lake, which is perhaps why you hear about it more. So it's not that there's not people there. It's that
they're just not engaged. Yeah.
Right. It's definitely way more engaged.
Municipalities are moving away from, and I'll call it a Smithsonian model of government, because you look at the continuity, especially with these two plans that we're bringing in now. Look at the amount of growth that is on the forefront of Hope Mills, I-295. That area is getting ready to completely expand. A lot of folks want to talk about, overdevelopment, and I've heard moratorium, I've heard stop growth, I've heard all these things. I really have. 10 years ago, zoning in Hope Mills was a wild, wild west.
Yes, it was.
There was no regulation, no oversight. Developers could come in and do whatever they wanted, and they honestly did.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the zoning problems that we have in Hope Mills now is because of that. When I came in as mayor, we established a planning committee oversight committee that meets every Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Every department head, everybody in town goes in the conference room, and we call it the square. My town manager does, Chancellor McLaughlin, and go and look at every zoning package that comes to the town before it even comes to the board. They review it up and down completely, and they all have to sign off on it. That's how we're regulating growth right now.
So did you adopt, like Fayetteville has their unified development ordinance? Did you put something like that? You don't have anything. You're just kind of trying to.
No, I think.
Well, is it Hope Mills? I'm told in the chat that Hope Mills is part of the 2030 Southwest Cumberland County Land Use Plan. So there should be something there.
Yeah. And that's the one that's in play now. But the new one that's coming into play is
2050.
Is the new one, Hope Mills Land Use Plan.
Okay.
And there's a lot of work that goes into that because it's going to define what sections of Hope Mills, commercial, residential, industrial. Now, then we go down exit 41. Wawa Travel Center, first one in the nation. Mm-hmm. They could have put that travel center anywhere. They chose
Everybody
Hope
loves
Mills.
the Wawa.
Yeah, apparently. I've never been to one.
They put it here. And during that ribbon cutting and then the groundbreak, a year ago in August, you could feel the energy from that group of owners and engineers of why they put it here. Why Hope Mills? Why not Fayetteville? Why not Lumberton? Why not Florence, South Carolina? Why here? Why not Rocky Mount? They chose us, and they chose Exit 41. You've got another company that's out there called Dirtbag Ales. Mm-hmm. Started in 2013 with a shovel in the sand and a dream.
And now they have whiskey.
And they have their own strip center too now too. They got a whole
look where they are
center
now. Yep. 2013 now. They could have put this anywhere.
Yep.
They chose.
I tell everybody about that place.
That really was a Field of Dreams type of thing. They really built it.
They started out with Dirtbag Ales, and now it's whiskey something or another.
Well, they have the whiskey bar.
Right, but it's called whiskey something.
Dirty whiskey.
Dirty whiskey.
There we go.
Thank you. Hey,
all the alcoholics reach out.
But you see, it was a shovel in the ground and a dream. That's what that project was. Okay. And look where it is now. We are a growing community. We really are. Mm-hmm. But if you say moratorium, stop growth, where businesses will go where? Where are they going to go? They'll find somewhere else to go.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, and people.
But what are you going to do about housing?
I've said this over and over too. Businesses don't. I go where the traffic is.
Yeah.
I need the traffic so I can.
Yep.
Make money. So, but housing is another issue. I think
it is.
Are you guys going to look at maybe increasing density so that you can maybe build some
growing up
4 and 5 level apartments? Or
I tell you what I'd like to see in Hope Mills. I'd like to see a developer come in and offer affordable housing.
And what does that mean?
I mean, what does that look like? But what does that look like? Affordable means what? Affordable to you is different than me. Mm-hmm. It's different from somebody that's working 3 jobs. Because affordable housing is different in different income levels. But right now what you have is a lot of high rent that's going on. And a lot of that's probably because of Fort Bragg, where you have a lot of
the BAH.
A lot of the BAH. But you're going to have to look at the density.
So what is affordable housing? As the mayor, what does affordable housing mean to you?
What it means to me is an opportunity for someone that's on a very limited income that would be able to either purchase a home, through or rent a home that they can afford without giving up a lot of quality of life.
Do they need to build them cheaper? Do they need to have government subsidy? Are they Section 8? I mean, because I'm saying it this way because there is a myriad.
There is a
spectrum of what is it affordable? Is it workforce housing? Is it? I mean,
and not only that, but affordable to whom? Because
affordable to whom?
I'm looking for a job. I've been looking for a job for a minute.
Yep.
Because we retired and unfortunately our money's not going as far as it used to. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking for a job. I have lots of management experience, training experience, and experience. I can go to Raleigh and work for $100,000 a year.
Yep.
Here in Fayetteville, They want $43,000 a year for a 60-hour work week. If you're lucky, you can find $63,000 a year. Who can live on that?
Who could? Yeah, and you know
that's
what?
I say. Affordable to whom?
And the rent, if you're renting in Raleigh, would be the same almost as it is here. When you look at now, the salary is completely different,
right?
But look at the rent of
that's exactly right. The rent
units.
We were
in the Raleigh, Cary, Fuquay, Varina area in that triangle piece, and you're going to find all the same type of rent.
It's all the same type of rent, and it's maybe about $200 more a month there for the very similar square footage here, but that's a huge difference between $100,000 and $40,000 or $50,000 and $200 a month.
Isn't affordability a factor of how many good jobs we can bring here?
It is.
I mean,
so what are we doing to
educate matter,
our
even
people?
If you, well, that's the county has the schools. Let's get one of them on here. I'm not going to let him fall down that.
Monica just said you could be the new town manager for Hope Mills.
Who?
Monica on the
says me?
No.
Oh, who?
On the check. Because I said I was looking for a job.
Yes, you can be the new town manager.
Oh yeah.
I say, wait a minute, I got enough hats, lady. So no, yeah.
See,
so,
you're advertising.
That's funny.
So let's take a minute because we're coming up on 45 minutes here. We've been grilling the
Really?
hell out of our mayor in Hope Mills.
This has really been great.
I'm not done with you yet.
Come on, now, anyway, I need 45 more.
You want? Are there questions in the chat?
I've been asking, yes.
Are people being nice, please? Because we can't put it on if it's
the
F the
people
mayor.
have been very, very nice. If any
thank
disagreements have been going on between themselves,
so they just infight.
No, they're not even infighting. They're just trying to clarify each thing. They've been very nice,
right.
and this is the most.
Keep talking. I'm going to read some of them.
Okay, this has been the most interactive that we've had, so I'm pretty impressed with the Hope Mills crowd.
This is really great. I just wish they would have come to the forum on Saturday. We could have really had this.
Well, like I said, maybe they were tired from having been at the commissioners meeting. I don't know, or Saturdays are some people, family time, whatever, or second jobs, whatever.
Look, I'm a transparent guy, and I know a lot of folks are complaining we're not transparent enough. I will tell people as much as I possibly can. There's some things that I can't tell that I wish I could. I really, and this investigation will be one of them. I said, but if people would just pick up the phone and just ask me or call me or email me, what really gets me the most is when I read stuff on social media and I know it's not true. Mm-hmm. I know it's not true. But I don't go on social media and debunk it.
Why not?
I mean, well, one, I'm not allowed to, for one, on one, especially one of these sites. And not
necessarily debunk it on the site, but then when you see something,
well, I did that.
I was going to say have a Hope Mills site where you're saying, "Hey, this is out there, and I just want to clarify this."
I actually did it. I think my best advice to any candidate or sitting elected official is scroll past.
Yeah.
Don't engage. That's. Social media
that's how stuff gets out of control.
I know.
Because people listen to that and believe it.
He can say the sky is blue and they're going to call it purple.
Well, some days it is purple.
Okay, you remember during
just depends on what time of the day it is, actually.
Primary,
it's all from perspective.
During city council primary, did I not tell you that I've been put in a very weird position several times to defend the incumbents? Some of them, because they were being on Facebook being accused of they're lining their pockets. They're doing, and it's like, dude, show me how. Yeah. Because it's like people that are shouting the loudest sometimes don't understand what they don't know.
My wife will tell you, and this is hand to God, for the amount of time I spend, I make less than minimum wage.
Right.
And that is the truth. I'm not getting rich off this job at all.
Well, and that's not the only allegation.
But that's not why I'm here.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
For 27 years, I was in the Army. That was service to country.
And since you worked with FTCC also.
Since I retired in 2003, my goal, my mission now is service to community. And that's what I've done. That's what I have done. Continue to do.
So let's wrap up. If we want to find out more about you and your campaign,
we're having too much fun.
I know. Believe me, you're coming back. So, so tell us, Mr. Mayor, where can we find out more about you, your campaign? Do you have a website?
Mayor, Town of Hope Mills, on Facebook. I updated. Well, either I do or my wife does. One of us updates it weekly. We try to. You can, of course, you can email me at the town. You can call me. I mean, my number is posted. It's a cell phone. I mean, you could text me. I'm not that hard to get to find. Plus, I work at FTCC every day.
Okay. All right.
And I'm in the community. I mean,
Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate
Thank you for being
and
here.
thank you to
and-
all the viewers that have
Yes.
participated. It's been nice.
thanks to everybody. I'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're booting me out now,
Yeah.
but I mean, if you want me to come back, I'll be back.
Okay.
Well, I didn't choose to see all of the board tonight, but that's what happened. So we have
Yeah, we have a
we have
bunch of-
Brian, we have Joanne, we have Mr. Starling, we have a lineup tonight.
Yep. It's all
So-
Hope Mills tonight.
So with that, everybody watching, we're going to take a break off the live, and we're going to post a new link here shortly. So to Mayor Bellflowers, thank you for being here this evening, and good luck to you in your race.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.